Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. It's early in the morning, like 5:30. You know, sometimes you got to get your thoughts together. You got to kind of sleep on things. You got to relax on things. I want to wish Nate Sudfeld a speedy recovery. Listen, preseason is dangerous. Preseason is one of the most dangerous times of year because you got so many people that are jockeying for position, trying to make a play, that they aren't even thinking that there's rules to the game of football. We had two players get hurt on late hits by the Titans. The Titans were basically bringing the house. You know what I'm saying? Late hits. Nate Sudfeld breaks his wrist on a late hit. That's ridiculous, man. All you can just say is that's just crazy. This is why $100 million quarterbacks ain't out there. That's why you're not going to see Carson Wentz out there. I think they need to pick up another quarterback, but Doug is saying that, we comfortable with the guys that we got. Well, the guys that we got look pretty bad, besides Nate Sudfeld. You know what I'm saying? Nate Sudfeld, it's not a season-ending injury, but he ain't going to be there. He ain't going to be there for a while. That's cool, though, because he ain't the starting quarterback. That's fine. Carson Wentz is the starting quarterback. And that's probably one of the only negative things that I got to say about last night's preseason game. Andre Dillard is ready now. He's ready to come in there and contribute and protect Carson Wentz now. So in my opinion, I think the coaching staff need to do something to mix up this structure of the offensive line, to mix up the starting roles, to get Andre Dillard on the field now, from day one, now. Dude is a stud. Point blank, period. He's a stud. He wasn't giving up an inch. Run play, stud. Pass play, stud. Nate Sudfeld often had a clean pocket. And that's how you know the defense was frustrated, because they had to deliver that late hit, because the pocket was clean. The pocket was clean for Nate Sudfeld 80% of the time he was out there. So Doug Peterson and them guys got to get Andre Dillard on the field. They're saying he may be the successor to Jason Peters. He may be better than Jason Peters right now. And that's probably crazy to say based upon one preseason game, but the guy looked really good. He didn't give up anything, as opposed to a guy like our rugby player, Mailata, who was out there, looking bad at times and looking better at times, Obviously, he's not a football player, he's a rugby player, but this dude Dillard just got God-given ability on the offensive line. Avonte Maddox is possibly the best cornerback on the roster. I don't care when Jalen Mills come back. I don't care when Darby come back. Avonte Maddox is a lockdown corner, period. Avonte Maddox gave up a first down on a 2-yard reception that this wide receiver absolutely had to work for. Avonte Maddox his ability to close in on the ball. Avonte Maddox is what we've been looking for in a cornerback in a very long time. Avonte Maddox is the truth. I think Avonte Maddox will be that cornerback on our roster that gets a long-term deal. I think Avonte Maddox will eventually retire a Philadelphia Eagle. I think that Avonte Maddox will be the cornerback that gets that big deal, that gets known around the league for being a shutdown cornerback. Avonte Maddox, that was a steal. Us even having him on the roster makes me just excited that I feel like our secondary is going to be good. We just need these guys to stay healthy. That's all it is. That's all it's about right now. Arcega-Whiteside looks really good. Looks good. Looks good. Can't really say nothing about him. He's faster than I thought he would be. He got great hands. He's like a speedier Alshon Jeffrey. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think. Okay, and let's move on to Markin Michelle. I think that guy is going to make the roster. I think he's going to push Hollins out. I think he's going to make the roster as like a 4th wide receiver, or how many we decide to carry. Josh Adams, as far as he's concerned, he might be done. Josh Adams and Donald Pumphrey, they might be out of here. See, one thing that Josh Adams couldn't afford to do was fumble the ball, and Josh Adams definitely fumbled the ball. I mean, Josh Adams, he just looks like his confidence and his pride is shot at this point, and the running back room is way too crowded. Didn't really see much of Miles Sanders to my knowledge. I saw some of Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard was able to create some running lanes and create some space with a backup offensive line. So I'm excited to see what Jordan Howard can do with the permanent offensive line. Defensive line. We didn't have the starting defensive line out there or the starting offensive line, but I like what I saw from those two edge rushers. Number 74, I forget his name, and Josh Sweat. They were after it. They are really trying to be the fifth guys on this roster. I think number 74 can make the roster. His pressure off of that, I believe he was off the left edge and Josh Sweat was off the right edge. The pressure that they were able to get was basically the only pressure that we were able to get. Hassan Ridgeway looked really good too. He was able to get some pressure, and he's like a fourth option at defensive tackle. So when your fourth option at defensive tackle can create some pressure, then you're in a good space. Nate Sudfeld looked good to me until he broke his wrist. But that's just the most unfortunate part about preseason. You got so many guys trying to go hard, and everybody's putting it on the line because people want a job. People putting their bodies on the line because they want a job. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's preseason, so we can't judge really too much of anything. I don't really want to get into. I skimmed through some of the Redskins game. I skimmed through some of the Giants game. I'm going to be honest, man. Daniel Jones looked like he could start, man. Daniel Jones looked like he could potentially be a problem. But it's preseason. Dwayne Haskins looked like a soup sandwich. But it's preseason. It's preseason. They're rookies. You know what I mean? Some rookies are going to excel in preseason. Some rookies are not going to look so good in preseason and come out and have a better, better regular season. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I don't think it was a dirty play on the Titans' behalf. I think guys were just out there trying to make a play. They were getting frustrated with the protection that Sudfeld was getting. It's just unfortunate for us, and I believe we do need to get another quarterback.